You get up from the couch, you head to the bathroom, you close the door. And within seconds, there it is. The soft thud of paws outside, a paw sliding under the gap, possibly a small and insistent meow. Most people find it funny, a little weird, slightly too intimate, and almost no one ever stops to think about why it actually happens. Because the reason your cat follows you to the bathroom isn't what you probably assume. It's not about being nosy, it's not about food, and it has almost nothing to do with the bathroom itself. What's happening when your cat follows you in there, and what's happening when they sit outside the closed door, says something specific about your relationship, your cat's instincts, and the role you play in their world. Once you understand it, you'll probably feel a little differently about the company. 1. You're entering a vulnerable position, and they know it. The first thing to understand is that your cat is reading your behavior in ways you're not aware of. Cats are hardwired to monitor the vulnerability of the members of their social group. In the wild, a cat that is stationary for an extended period, focused downward, with their awareness narrowed, is a cat that could easily be caught off guard. That profile, still, heads down, distracted, is exactly what a predator looks for in prey. From your cat's perspective, this is precisely what you look like in the bathroom. You've moved into a small space. You're not moving. You're not watching your surroundings. You've reduced your own escape routes. Every instinct your cat has for group survival is telling them that this is a moment when someone in their group is exposed and they should be close. Your cat following you to the bathroom is, at its most basic level, a protective behavior. They're not there to watch you. They're there because you're in a position they've assessed as vulnerable, and their instinct says, stay close. 2. You close the door, and that changes everything. Here's something that's easy to miss. The bathroom itself isn't the point. The closed door is. For a cat, a closed door inside their own territory is a source of significant cognitive discomfort. It's not a preference, it's almost a compulsion. Cats, who live with humans, develop an intimate understanding of their home's layout. They know which spaces are accessible, they know where the people are, they know the patterns. When you close a door between yourself and your cat, you've done something that doesn't compute for them. You've created a boundary inside a space that they've established as shared. You've become unreachable. And for a cat who has categorized you as part of their social group, unreachable is not a neutral state. Research on domestic cat behavior has found that cats show measurable stress responses to being separated from their owners by closed doors, even within the same home. Not the dramatic stress of a long absence, but a low-level alertness, a sustained attention toward the barrier, a need to confirm that access can be restored. That paw sliding under the door isn't charming theater. It's a probe. It's your cat running a check on whether the barrier is absolute or negotiable. 3. You're breaking a pattern. And cats live by patterns. Cats are pattern animals. They track your movements with a precision most people find surprising when they stop to think about it. They know when you wake up. They know the sound of your alarm versus the sound of your phone. They know which footsteps in the morning lead to the food bowl and which ones lead to the door. They build an internal map of your day, your movements, your rhythms, and they calibrate their own behavior around it. When you suddenly change direction, especially if you move into a space and close access, it registers as an anomaly. Cats notice deviations from routine more sharply than continuations of it. A 2015 study on domestic cat cognition found that cats orient their attention more strongly toward unexpected events than expected ones. Their brains are specifically tuned to notice when something changes. Getting up and disappearing into a closed room is a change. It breaks the spatial relationship that was stable a moment before. And your cat's brain, tuned to notice exactly these kinds of deviations, responds. 4. Your scent is highest in there, and they know it. There's another layer to this that has nothing to do with protection or pattern breaking. Your bathroom is, from a scent perspective, one of the most information-rich rooms in your home. Your natural body chemistry, the oils from your skin, the specific biochemical signature that is uniquely you, is concentrated there in ways it isn't elsewhere. Cats experience their world primarily through scent in a way humans genuinely cannot imagine. Their sense of smell is estimated to be between 14 and 16 times more powerful than ours. For your cat, your bathroom smells intensely like you. Not your perfume, not your soap, you. And that scent is the most comforting, orienting signal in their environment. Cats, who are bonded with their owners, often seek out spaces that carry strong scent traces. Worn clothes, pillows, frequently used chairs. The bathroom is simply another version of that. When they push into the room if you've left the door open, part of what they're doing is accessing a space that is saturated with the presence they trust most. 5. The stare through the gap has a specific meaning. If you've ever looked down and seen your cat's eyes in the gap beneath a closed bathroom door, just watching, unblinking, patient, it can feel unsettling in the best possible way. What they're doing is maintaining contact through the only channel available to them. The door has blocked physical access. It has muffled some sound, but the gap still provides a narrow visual field, and your cat is using it. This sustained surveillance behavior is connected to the same monitoring instinct we've already talked about. Your cat is confirming that you're still there, still present, still okay. The stillness of their watching isn't passive. It's active attention. Interestingly, cats who do this most persistently, who sit at the gap for the entire duration of your absence behind the door, tend to be cats with higher attachment levels. The monitoring isn't anxiety for its own sake. It's the expression of a bond that doesn't suspend simply because a door is in the way. 6. Cats who stop following you. What changed? Here's the thing that doesn't get talked about enough. Most cat owners don't ask why their cat follows them. But it might be worth asking why. At some point, a cat stops. Cats who once followed their owners consistently and gradually stopped are usually communicating one of two things. Either the environment became less secure, a new person in the home, a significant routine change, a source of chronic stress, or something in the relationship shifted. Cats who feel less bonded over time quietly withdraw these small connection behaviors. They still live in the same space, they still eat, sleep, and function. But the trailing, the waiting outside closed doors, the presence in small rooms, it fades. And because the absence of a behavior is harder to notice than its presence, most owners don't catch it. If your cat used to follow you everywhere and doesn't anymore, it's worth paying attention to what changed. Not to panic, cats cycle through phases, but to check. Because sometimes the absence of something you took for granted is information. 7. What it actually means when they follow you everywhere. Step back and look at the full picture. Your cat, who has no obligation to be near you, who could sleep anywhere in your home, who could be doing anything else, chooses to follow you. To small rooms, to rooms with closed doors, to rooms where there is nothing of interest for them except your presence. In wild and feral cat populations, this kind of deliberate spatial shadowing is seen between cats who have formed stable social bonds. A cat that tracks another cat's movements throughout the day is a cat that has folded that individual into their world in a meaningful way. Your cat follows you to the bathroom because you are their person, and being near their person matters, even when the destination is unremarkable, even when the door closes, even when there's nothing in it for them. That small shadow behind you isn't a quirk, it's loyalty. It's the quietest version of the same thing a dog does when it meets you at the door. Your cat just does it more subtly, and in rooms you weren't expecting. Subscribe if you want to keep understanding what your cat is trying to show you, because once you start seeing it, you realize it's been there all along.